He went on a little rant about how they cover nothing but the Lakers and the Warriors when there's the Cavs and I forgot, OKC doing great, and they don't ever cover them. Which I agree. That's been my criticism of ESPN for a minute, at least in terms of NFL. Like, we're talking about the Patriots and the Cowboys. Who gives a fuck? They're not relevant.
Listen.
So I think that same thing can be applied here. Like, if he's not relevant or playing an irrelevant role, it's why are we covering it?
This is still business.
We're covering it because he's still in the league, and we're covering it because he's still on the team. We're covering it because we've been covering it. We're covering it because this was the same thing that y'all were talking about in the beginning of the season that everybody thought was so amazing. So we're covering it because people want to hear about it. And that's all a part of the business. You are part of a business, LeBron. Your son, this is the same business that you knew about for the past however many years. This goes back to when you were in high school, maybe even middle school, that you've known about the business and you know the critique that comes with it. And then you allow your son to be involved in it or even thrust him into this position and then say, hey, not so hard on him. Hey, take it easy on him. That's not right. How y'all doing? You put them into the business. This is how it's done. When you're not doing well, they talk about you. When you're doing great, they talk about you. So the same critics that you're gonna critique for admonishing your son, you're gonna be like, yeah, you're not gonna stop them from praising your son. It goes both ways. So we're talking about him because we were talking about him when it first happened, and so people want to keep an update on it, and people want to say, hey man, this thing isn't necessarily panning out. Guaranteed, they're not gonna be talking about it next year.
That's why
How about that? They're not going to talk about it next year.